Hello, this is Marcus Cox, the Mountain Networker, coming to you live from the mountain. Today's presentation is about catching the wave of momentum, and are you ready? Okay, first let's talk about what is momentum and why do network marketers want to be part of it. This is a book by Richard Poe. It's been around a while, but it's totally true based on statistics, and it's very, very good. It talks about when a company enters the momentum phase, and the way it's called the wave. So we're going to talk about that today. There's 4 phases of growth of a successful network marketing company, and according to Richard Poe, the 4 distinct phases, and here they are. Number 1 is the formulation. Okay, this is the first 2 years when the startup is happening, and that's the toughest part. I mean, that's the very beginning. That'll kind of makes. You'll find out real quick if a company's going to make it or not. 90% of network marketing companies fail during this period, and I know you'll see all over the internet ground floor opportunity. Well, those are very risky. In fact, you'll find the big networkers usually wait until a company's been around a couple of years before they even consider joining, and that's why that is. Concentration. At this stage, the company enjoys 3 to 50 million in annual sales, and that's the growing pain stage because that's when you have to deliver product on time, and support systems and all that have to be in place. The websites, everything needs to run smoothly, and then it really puts it to the test when you're growing quickly in that particular phase, the concentration phase. The third phase. It's kind of like your graduation, right? This is when the company's annual sales explode as geometric growth kicks in. Typically, sales jump from 50 million to 500 million annually in about 5 years. That's remarkable for any company to do that. Network marketing has a unique advantage that way. The exponential growth kicks in. And at that stage, your product becomes a household word. I mean, everybody's heard of it then. And people rush to join the company, and they make very good money. I was with a company called Excel Communications, and we were a household word at one point. We were doing momentum. We went from 500 million to 1.2 billion in 18 months. And we used to have meetings here in the Bay Area, and just the meetings. I mean, we had one meeting in the Shark Tank. We had 21,000 people there, and that was just a meeting. It wasn't a convention. And it was very easy to do business at that time. That was during momentum. Those who are fully established in the company at the onset of the momentum, they can make fortunes overnight. And I've got some copies of some 6-figure monthly checks that are pretty beautiful. Very good stuff. Stability. Now the company continues to grow, but not less spectacularly. The product line's diversified. They usually add new products to keep the momentum going. So let's go to ARIIX here. Let's take a look and see where ARIIX is at on terms of momentum. Okay, this is Dr. Fred Cooper, the ARIIX CEO, Chief Executive Officer, and a friend of mine. This is from the first Los Angeles Regional Conference in 2011, and he made a prophecy, and he said ARIIX will become a billion-dollar company. I actually got that on video, and I'm going to play that for you right now.
When eBay came out, I first heard about it. I know it's been, for most of you, it's been your whole life, right? eBay. Not really. I remember when eBay didn't exist. And when eBay didn't exist, I remember when I first heard about it, first thing I did, wanted stock. Because I said, you know what, that's a great idea. Selling your crap on eBay. Because you don't know what to do with it, right? You know, it's junk. You never know what am I going to do with this crap. Now you put it on there, you sell it, you promote it, people buy it. And they get all excited and bid. Great concept, great idea. And I thought to myself, gosh, I wish somebody would have told me about that company that I could invest in. That I could become a part of it when it just started. And I'd be rich. Well, guess what? Congratulations, you just got a tip. You have just started something that is going to be very big. Right? Where $1 billion in sales all flows through. Don't give up your spot. Even if you don't build this company, listen to me. Don't give up your position. It's going to be worth a lot of money in 3 to 5 years.
You can see that video's a little older now because we've already hit 40 million, and the wave's not just coming; it's already started. So this is a very nice piece of artwork I found on the internet. This is a guy didn't catch the wave. Obviously, he's about to get crushed. So that's what happens if you don't get involved before the wave begins. You want to catch that. So let's take a look at some samples of how this works. This is a picture of Nu Skin. This is the Nu Skin momentum chart. They started business back in 1984. It took 5 years of slugging it out basically in the first 2 stages, and then they started to creep up here. And right in here, about 1989, 1990, they hit 40 million in sales. 89 they hit 40 million. Interestingly enough, our master distributor, Tim Sales, he joined Nu Skin in November of '89, right at the beginning, and he worked 3 years part-time, and it's a pretty famous story, and 2 years full-time, and he was earning $150,000 a month. And he started out, he was from the Special Forces in the Navy, didn't know anything about network marketing, got in there and ended up earning $150,000 a month, and he retired for 18 years and continued to make a 6-figure income from that. And that's what it can be like catching the momentum wave. So if you get the opportunity to get in at the beginning of momentum with any company, I would suggest you do that. Tim did it. Tim's a living example of that. Okay. Here's how we did in the first 2 years. Okay, ARIIX formulation and concentration stage. We did 31 million our first year, 41 million the second year. Very good numbers. And when we started, nobody knew who we were. We only had some vitamins and minerals, and people say, just another vitamin company. We proved them wrong. Founded in July 4th, 2011. We're already in 12 countries. We won the Obtainer Award. Dr. Cooper won the CEO, top CEO in 2012, and he also won for 2013. The Silver Stevie Award went to Deanna Lotson, our Chief Product Officer, and she is world famous. She's lectured at over 700 universities on health and wellness, and she knows nutrition like nobody else. She's phenomenal, and all our products are completely non-GMO and just fantastic products. Thanks to her. International Company of the Year, that's the Bronze Stevie Award. That's the Company of the Year in Health Products and Services. That's pretty darn good for a new company coming out of nowhere. 2013 Corporate Achievement. Again, we broke records, and we were given the Obtainer Award, the worldwide finalist. Best Product in Health and Pharmaceuticals. Again, that's a very prestigious award for any company to get. And we were rated in the top 20 opportunities in the world in momentum, which is what we're talking about here. This is a little chart I picked out of Business from Home magazine. They're talking about movers and shakers, and that was in September 2012. It's been a while now, but we were ranked number 3 on that scale, and you can see why. We pulled in some pretty big numbers in those first 2 years.
I wanted to just share with you that as I sat there and I listened to Jeff Yates talking, he was talking about what they are doing to get ready for China. And in his conversation was when I started vibrating. My whole body was in somewhat of a little bit of a tremble mode, because as I listened, it's such a foregone conclusion. In other words, it's already occurred. We just have time as the thing that's suspended. It's kind of like a rocket ship that has launched and it's heading towards the moon, and it's gone through its difficulty, and it's just a function of time before it arrives. In a very similar way, I sat there and I listened, and I realized that what they had done, the investments that they had made, the relationship investments that they had made, is that we are highly anticipating and will probably achieve what very, very few companies achieve, and that is the right way to get into China. And those that do it right, typically in the first year, they'll do approximately a minimum of $150 million if it's anything like the past. And so that would put this company next year somewhere in the $250 to $300,000, $250 to $350 million company. Boom, just like that. And you say, oh, well, that's over at China. Well, I would say to you, quit whining. We have it right here. What they're trying to get over there, we'll have it right here. We already have it right here. And so what I saw immediately was, boom, we're going to be a billion-dollar company. It's just, you know, like I put this out in January when I was at the event out in Los Angeles, and I said, you know, I saw it. I saw it when Fred was talking, and then I saw it when I was sitting there. But what I didn't realize was how fast it's going to happen until I heard Jeff talking. Mr. Yates is his name, not Jeff. And so that spurred me to really want to go at a much faster rate.
Understands momentum like no one else, and he's talking about where we are right now, and we are absolutely at the very beginning of momentum. It started. The rocket has already left the atmosphere, as he said. It's basically, there's no stopping it. So here, let's look at our third year, 2014. We just surpassed 2 million a week, which is a milestone to say the least. We, as you saw on the previous slide, we did 42 million our second year, and we're already at 2 million a week. So that's over 100 million a year, and that's more than double. So here you go. That's what's going on. It's happening right now as we speak. This is a little magazine that just came out called The Advisor, How to Prosper in the New Economy, and the secret behind ARIIX's unprecedented growth. I highly recommend you get this. It's very, very good. It talks about why the curve is going like this right now. And of course, you just heard that. In our third year, 2014, our revenues are going to rocket from 100 million to 250 to 300 million in 2015. So you look at the timing, looking back, seeing how this works. We started in 2011. That was our foundation stage, and we survived. 2012, we got Product of the Year. That was our concentration year. We more than survived. We had pulled out 42 million out of that, and now we're just going into our third year, and we're right here. We're right, actually beyond this now because we're doing 2 million a week, but we hit 50 million, and we're at critical mass. So we are now doing the launch. Okay. Here we go. So it's pretty simple. If you've ever dreamt about being wealthy in network marketing, this is a big opportunity for you to do that, accomplish your dreams and goals. And it's a lot easier. Trust me, I've been around momentum. I know what that looks like. I've had as many as 1,000 people come into my business in one day, and it's a sight to see. It's a beautiful thing. Definition. This is Albert Einstein. The definition of insanity is to continue to do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So if you're frustrated or you're struggling in network marketing and you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. So you got two choices: don't change, and but take a good look where you're going to be next year, okay? Or take charge of your life and implement a plan to change today. So this is your opportunity. Don't be like this guy on the beach, okay? All right. To your success.